So I can buy these from here as well. Oh wait, these aren't recipes. I bought them without thinking. Alright. Three more points here. Oh, actually, wait. I realized my mistake. This offered 5, this only offers 3. I need to, next time I go back to camp, I need to switch that around. Well, actually, no. That's actually fine. Get this for more offensiveness, and then pop a point in here. Job done. Now respected with the call to Bazamel. Ooh. Okay, that's Writings of a Scholar, his final entry. Here's the first entry. Are there only 2 entries? Must admit, this place is truly a jewel in the desert. My travels I've been to the furthest reaches of the world, seen and experienced much. Sadly, most sites did not live up to their own tales. This place, however, is a marvel that exceeds even the grandest of stories. Though describing its beauty and grandeur may prove challenging even for me. I've arrived via ship at the Cairn docks late last night. My charter, a merchant vessel called Spire, packed to the gunwale with fine goods from distant shores. Its captain, a stalwart, grizzled sailor, his dedication and leadership shone true in the motivation of his crew. Like a finely tuned machine, they daftly navigated the dangerous waters west of the Corvin River Delta. We first spotted the Grand Port while still at sea, miles before entering the river where it was located. The Cairn beacon shone brightly over the horizon. I do not know what magic powers that ubiquitous signal. But it's intense. Oh, I don't know what magic powers, as in magic powering a thing, rather than magic powers, you know, Harry has magic powers. Okay. I don't know what magic powers that ubiquitous signal, but its intense light draws vessels from the seas like moths to a flame. Sealed upriver, the port began to reveal itself to us, like an eager maiden. Countless warm yellow lights gently illuminated polished sandstone structures, some more than 5 stories tall. Beautifully crafted statues and fountains proudly stood watch over the gardens and public spaces that flowed through the Grand Bazaar. The port itself was ablaze with activity. Containers hoisted to and from ships, dock workers and merchants closing deals, and crews taking leave in bars and fine brothels. Mere moments after I set foot on solid ground for the first time in weeks, I was greeted by my local contact, a beautiful woman of middling age, with an effortless and enticing gait, further enhanced by the lovely gold embroidered gown that hung over her figure like a graceful waterfall. She guided me away from the pier to the heart of the port city, and my lodgings for the night, where I politely offered to share, with her. An offer in advance she graciously denied. Not even this could dampen my mood, however, and, albeit alone, I had the greatest night of sleep in my life. The bazaar gently rocked me to sleep with the melodic hum of its ceaseless activity, God damn it, it's making me jealous I couldn't, listen to that. Damn it. Why can't I be in the Doom City? um, this morning, my path yeah, this is fun. This morning, my path takes me north to the capital. Takes me north to the capital, Corvin City. I drew down a small caravan that travels there daily along the immaculate stone roads leading to the heart of the city. From the leading to the heart. Along the immaculate stone roads leading to the heart of the city from the four cardinal directions. I can see the path now as I sit and wait in the lovely garden bower just outside my lodging. Bower, Jack Bauer. It's just imagining like a huge like Eldrick, it's Jack Bauer, but it's huge like fleshy abomination. Like it's a patio, and somehow at the same time it's him. Yeah, it's like the beehive made out of bees that I mentioned in my first playthrough. Ooh. Just like him flattened and stretched out and still living. Ooh. I've a weird imagination when it wants to show me something disturbing. Or creepy. It's no way useful any other time. Like I'm trying to write a story and it's just like, how do I write words? And here, yeah, I got that. My brain only works when it's inconvenient for me. Oh fuck it, we'll just go with spirit. Its stonework shines in the gentle morning sun. Immaculate golden leaf braziers mark its boundaries as far as the eye can see. The next leg of my journey rivals the first. It will truly be the experience of a lifetime. Sadly, my time here has come to an end, and I find myself back at the Cairn Docks, where I first embarked on this most magnificent journey. I once again meet my captivating local contact. Catrice is her name, I've learned, and as if this marvellous place were eager to grant me a parting gift, she agreed to share in my final night's lodging. Tomorrow, I shall once again board the merchant ship Spire and depart for distant shores. My destination, Cape Errance, Arene, and the untamed lands that lie beyond. There I'll attempt to make contact with the indigenous peoples and study their deep understanding of herbal medicine and insatiable penchant for human sacrifice. Wherever my travels take me, I shall certainly cherish my time here in the Corvin Basin. There might be another end series, a few more notes in the capital of his, since he was saying like, I'm going there, and that's marked as final entry. I have a feeling that there could be a few in between entries, like that was the old inn he stayed in, Well, that was dramatic. Really like anxious to get started on my warder. I'm not sure how much I'll play of it now. Like I'll probably play for a couple hours, leave it at that. Like say if I was done this today or tomorrow, I'll probably play it for a couple hours and leave it at that. I'll make a bit of progress at it, and then I'll probably call it quits till it was actually, it was actually the next one on my list again. Because, I have so much other things I'm actually meant to be working on. Oh, I actually leveled up. I noticed that's a skill point here, but I thought it was just left over from my previous level up. Boosts cold damage, which is completely irrelevant to me. Well, mostly. You know, so rare is it that any gateway is actually guarded by ethereals. Feels almost like a waste, if you get me. Just standing there pointing. Weird to see. Droog's Den. Berserking, less defensive but more attack speed. Droog to Stormborn. Well, as long as he's not Storm Blessed, I think we'll be fine. I still find that funny. Just like, our farms are under attack by beasts. We need you to clear them out. We hate, and, you know, our farms are so bad, we'll care if you clear out beasts on the other side of the fucking world. Makes no sense. God damn, you're disgusting. Honestly, some of the riffs there just made me think of StarCraft. And now of Tristram. My next series is probably not going to be an ARPG. I think I might actually do Spellforce. I've been meaning to do that for ages. Huh. Looks like a secret, but really isn't. But yeah, I've been meaning to do Spellforce for ages. It's like you take an ARPG character and slap them into an RTS. It's like, you know, like how Warcraft 3 has a hero, you know, hero units and all that to it. Your main guy is, like, you do get hero units in the game, but... Oh, no, I'm explaining this poorly. Basically, yeah, you like get the, like, you know, in Warcraft 3, you get hero units, and it's Thrall, and you can level them up different ways, but he only has the select abilities to choose from, and basically all you're doing is choosing like which you get first. In this, like, you can make you get a guy and he's a blank slate. You can decide, okay, I want him to be a ranger in plate armor who can shoot fireballs, or I can want him, and as I did in my case, him to be a necromancer in full plate with a two-handed sword. You know, you can build them up in your own different ways, you know. It's cool. I don't think I actually segued that right. Explained that right, worded that right at all. I'm gonna actually go check. I think what I was trying to get at was, it's like, you know, in Warcraft 3, you have the heroes units and all that, but you aren't as restricted with them. That's what I was trying to say. You aren't as restricted with the units. Like, you can build the guy as you want. It's like, you know, one of these, like, with Path of Exile or Grim Dawn here. Oh, I suppose Grim Dawn's a bit more restricted. Like, it's like, imagine a Grim Dawn, but you never get actually locked into two classes. So you can splurge things around as you want. And obviously only one level up bar, rather than you having your overall one, then there's two separate ones for the classes. Um, okay, you can hear me, you can hear the game. I slightly hired the game. I'm actually recording. 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 1. Okay. Screen is still lined up right. Now it is. Good. I know it was to begin with, but I ended up misclicking. Um, I am recording. You could hear me. You could hear the game, and you have footage. All's good. I just always get paranoid whenever I go near that because after the first set of this where I thought I was recording and I wasn't, and I ended up recording for like 2 hours and it's wasted. But yeah, basically, yeah, there's a lot of like you can be very flexible with your character building it, and it's pretty fun. It's like again going back to Warcraft 3 thing. It was just simply think of the RPG aspect on that, but you broadened it out more. You had more to it. It's actually really cool. I always try and recommend the game whenever I get a chance to people. I've only played so far in it. Ooh, nice. That was on a whim. But yeah, I've only played so far in it because I didn't. I wanted to play it with G. So I've only know of the first couple hours of it. Did run into Spider Master in it. Basically, they had a character in it called Spider-Man, but I guess, didn't have the permission to have him called Spider-Man. So while some of the subtitles call him that, and clearly the voice lines do, the voice lines drop out before his name is said. And the character's name, like there's like, like when you're talking to a person, there's like the banner and then there are words. The banner is changed to Spider Master. So it's funny. I think I got onto the level after him. Okay, yeah, you know what? Lower back down. I'm hearing like a static on my end. Maybe if I slightly higher the music. I can't actually. Well, what I could do is slightly lower the combat sounds. And hard that slightly. Alright. Just doing basically a bit of a rough audio test here. How does this sound, I wonder? It is noticeably louder. Oh Christ, that is noticeably louder. Okay, I'm going to escape just into Adam within OBS. I think that's about right. Can't tell anymore. I need to check via another battle. Yeah, that seems to be about right. Okay, actually it feels like it's actually too low now. There. I should have fiddled with it, or I should have taken a picture of it first. We'll just leave it as is. Hopefully it'll be fine. waiting to just, of seeing this oasis here. I'm just waiting to just suddenly start hearing, ah! Just, some mooks screaming like that. I didn't quite come out right, but oh, didn't realize you could break these. But yeah, I'm just waiting for some mook to come along screaming their head off. Look, I played a lot of Serious Sam Tree. I know how it works. And actually played a lot of Serious Sam first encounter too. Ooh. Ah, guy got slaughtered. This ancient tome seems to describe methods for the study of arcane relics and armor. Ooh, it's this thing. It will require a well-trained eye to fully decipher its texts. Someone was saying that there was Black Legion in here somewhere. I wouldn't see how. Maybe they were meant. Maybe they poorly phrased it. Maybe they said they got up to Homestead, then hopped over here. Maybe that's what they meant. But this is how you unlock the set changing.
Greetings, Seeker.
Have you returned with the tome of Entanum? Yes, but Cannon didn't make it. I suppose that's no surprise. That poor boy was about as useful as a bundle of sticks, and about as flammable underneath that relentless sun, it seems. But I suppose he didn't deserve to die out there all alone. Should have sent someone capable along with him. His efforts were not in vain, though. Now we have the Tome of Entanum. What does the tome do? Well, it doesn't do anything. It's a book. Really? No kidding. Patience, my friend. 2000 XP. It's not what the book does, but what knowledge it contains that matters. You see, this tome describes the art of transmutation, a technique developed in the Corvin basement lost when the nation crumbled beneath the god's boot. I've been searching for it my entire career. With the knowledge contained in this tome, I can use the magic imbued within objects attuned to the presence of others, though alter their very nature. It's no petty illusion either, my friend, but the power to bend reality itself. I can test this technique in some of your equipment if you'd like, but you'll need to give me some time to decipher and study the texts within the tome. Fascinating.
Thank you for your help. Yes, thank you indeed.
It'll take me some time to decipher the contents of the Tome of Entanum, but I should be prepared to test the techniques it describes the next time we're back at camp. Come and see me, and we'll give it a try. I suppose I may as well empty it now.
See anything you like?
Ooh, I missed one. Oh yes, it was that one.
See you around.
Yeah, I don't know why they keep sending people out without an escort. You know? This place is pretty fucking dangerous. There's beetles the size of men out here. Snakes of equal size. You know? Oh. Oh, we're missing some peculiarly sized rodents. How much do I need? Not too much. Just over 250,000. Corpse. There we go. None from you. Still feels really weird not having any minions to be doing this all solo. Having minions is nice, just in regards to not having to deal with I know sometimes it's just a pain in the ass to try and target some enemies, so it's handy having minions because they'll just attack and kill them for you. Getting very close to Revere now. Oh, I never did read this. I cannot fathom what fate has befallen us. The water in the bay burns as if it were a liquid flame. The countless ships docked along the piers, consumed in an instant like twigs in a blacksmith's furnace. The hellish flames reach beyond the bay and threaten our city, our homes. I still hear the screams of sailors as they burn alive and the chaos in the streets as the flames spread. My body is numb with fear, but my mind is racing. I cannot comprehend the sights I bore witness to in the dawn's light, or what will bring such an unimaginable tragedy upon us. The bay's flames linger in my mind like an unending nightmare. If it were not for Yaran's calm mind and quick action, I may have perished in the initial frenzy that ensued. Others panicked and fled, trampling each other in the process. Yaran gathered us up and placed us in his wagon with a small satchel of supplies. Without delay or thought for himself, he sent the horse into a gallop towards the exit gates. He refused to come, saying that he had to stay and try to help others. As refugees continue to gather at the temple of Osir, I've seen no sign of my dear husband. I do not know what has become of him, but I fear our future may be just as bleak. The skies to the north are burning. Red-hot pillars of flame leap towards a dark, ashen cloud that hangs over Corvin City. Whatever curse had stricken the Cairn docks appears to continue there as well. I pray they will find safety to the south. Oh, the Yaran school. You know, the world's gone to shit, and he's, you know, ooh, Sanctuary of the Horran. All right. He must have gotten so much shit in school with a name like that. So much shit. Or she potentially. Horran sounds maybe more of a dude's name, but taking a gamble. But yeah. Let's go say hi. But yeah, it's, world's gone to shit. It's divine wrath. Not that they know. And, he's just trying to play hero. Yeah, you gotta give him credit. Well, it was all probably for, futile. it's hard for mortals to stand up against divine wrath. Unless, you know, they're the protagonist. Oh, great. Spores! It's Crimson Fen all over again. I will never leave that go. All it did is solidify my desire for, you know, mechanical body. Then again, I suppose someone could just, you know, get me with a Trojan. Accidentally click on an ad, hot singles in my area, and suddenly I have a virus. Ooh, I didn't even notice the shrine. Awesome. They're being quite generous with these. Ooh, you're cool. Braguar. Trying to get even more loot on Veteran. So expect me to be selling even more, you know, when I finally get to do that. There's plenty, Eldritch units around here. How did the Eldritch Sun? It sounds like, you know, those archaeologists, like, the rich people are interested in artifacts and relics, but the others seem to be, like, maybe devotees or something. Trying to find, you know, they're coming at it from a religious standpoint. Do I even do any retaliation damage? Yeah, I do some fire retaliation. Though I'm not sure how much is that from my... If that's from the boots or what. I think it is. Still, whatever. That's fun to me. Wait. No, nothing. Okay, 3 more shrines, and then I can hit up this. I did not think I would be able to get it. But it is beautiful. Navan the Usurper. Oh, they counted towards the call of Bezamel. Oh, didn't even notice. Two-handed epic mace. 3 to cadence, 3 to battle scars, and 2 to presence of virtue. The first 2 might be soldiers, but the last one is probably Oak Keeper. I don't think virtue is a soldier thing, you know. Presence virtue sounds more of them. Art ward. It's an ability you can pop. Gives you health and armor. Cool enough. All who drink of the waters and bathe in their cleansing currents shall give thanks to Horran and be indebted, for it is the blood of his love that gives liquid life to the valley of the Eldritch Sun. Before the walls of the temple gleamed in the light of Ran, before the first of the Corvan people arrived to build the foundations of their fate, there was only Horran. Scorned and persecuted by his people for the depths of his faith in the God of Gods, Horran fled to the burning desert to seek a life of devotion in solitude. For a time the desert provided for him as it had not provided for any creature before him. There Horran lived happily, and spent his waking hours meditating upon his fate. In time, as do all virile creatures, Horran grew lonely. So he prayed to our eldritch patron, pledging all he possessed for the pledges of companionship. As the glow of Atep graced the burning sands, he fell ill, and though a cool night drew upon him, the heat of the day still burned in his skin. His god bade him sleep, and as he slept, a feverish vision overtook him. At daybreak, Horran awakened from his dream and set upon his quest. With his sole possession Ainet, the goat which had given the best of its years to run thick with milk for him, and whose offspring he had gorged himself upon, he marched deep into the desert. The burning light of Ran weighed heavily upon him that morning, and for the 7 days he marched without food or rest. And for the 7 days hence he marched without food or rest. The burning light of Ran weighed heavily on him that morning, and for the 7 days hence he marched without food or rest. On the 5th day, Ainet, like many creatures before it, succumbed to the heat and could go no further. With waning strength, Ran carried the beast and cared for it until its body could serve him no longer. There, at the end of his journey, Horran collapsed and prayed to the Eldritch Sun for mercy. His god commanded he lay dead Ainet. To slit the beast's neck and drain its blood upon the sands. Horran did as his master asked. As the crimson waters of Ainet's life ran out upon the sand, it hissed and burned in the midday sun. From the pool of burning life there arose a woman. Ayana, she was called, and she poured Horran the love for which he had so yearned. Together Ayana and Horran knew only ecstasy, and for a time they were happy. But the love bore no fruit, and so they once again prayed to their god to sate their desires. Thusly Yalala was born, a child of such immense beauty that Ran and Atep both became jealous of how the light of the sun and of the moon danced and sparkled in his eyes. Ayana and Horran were happy once more. But there was a gift that was given, and a price that was yet to be paid, and so the desert turned against them. Struggle and strife beset Ayana and Horran. Food aged and rotted at their touch. Water turned to sand as they drank, and young Yala fell ill of hunger. With nowhere left to turn, Horran begged his god for mercy, and the Eldritch Sun answered. But to save the life of Yala, there was a price that needed to be paid. Horran once again did as his master bade him, and gathered up the blade that had slain Ainet. Then, as he stood there hovering over the bed of Ayana, the jagged and terrible blade raised high above him, Horran's faith faltered. He could not take the love of his life, not even to save Yala. Horran turned the blade upon himself, and drew its claw-like edge across his throat, but it made no mark. Then Ayana called out and clutched desperately at her neck, the red life seeping out between her fingers. Horran ran to her side, but it was too late. The warm blood flowed from her body and pooled in the sand beneath his feet. From the pool of Ayana's life there burst a ceaseless spring of cleansing water. The Eldritch Sun had once again answered his prayers, but Horran's life was not his own to take. Horran bathed Yala in the water of the spring, and she was healed, but the lovely child would never forgive him for the death of her mother. As the cost for his greed, Horran was cursed with ceaseless life, such that he might remember the death of his beloved Yana for all eternity, so that one day he might behold Yala in his arms, so as she too drew her final breath. Such is the price of godhood. Wait, Horran had ascended? Oh. I was figuring he was just some desert mook that was getting screwed over by his dickish god. How am I on space? I've done a lot of editing and haven't gotten to offload any stuff. I need to actually run it past another person because I'm just like, this says part 100, this says part 100, like I'm comparing what's on YouTube with what's in my folder, but is it really part 100? And I get really paranoid and worried, so I knew it. So I just have to run it by someone.